see that, Caleb?
I do have
Text me.
one question.
No, I was gonna yell out, man.
Something popped up on my character sheet
Okay.
called Epic Boons.
Okay.
When do we get those?
Boom.
Didn't a new Eberron book drop that
It
could
did.
affect our D&D Beyond?
I don't think so.
And you're not on D&D Beyond, right?
Oh, okay.
No.
Because
I have
it would
no
change my stuff.
Epic
The hell is a boon? Is it there's a
I
fee?
mean, is it a warlock thing?
No, it's not. I think it's when we hit 20. It suddenly
I want a boon.
appeared.
I don't know what that is, but it's
Let's Google search Epic Boons 5e.
And this is how we start. Hey, welcome everyone.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to D&D. We're going to
we're
start
Googling.
with research. We're starting
Yeah.
with research. Yeah. Because we need to relearn how to play the game. Let's go to the D&D wiki doc.
I don't know how people play once a month because it's just too hard to remember.
Yeah. I'm enjoying playing like 2 or 3 times a month right now.
Yeah,
Like,
that's perfect.
it's between this and the other group. I'm like, oh, like I feel like I got my head on straight. Granted, I definitely
You enjoy
haven't
playing
called my
2 or 3
character
times a week?
Gregory multiple times in the other campaign.
What is your other character's name?
Wow.
Vale.
Bale?
Vale.
Oh, Bale. Nice. That's cool.
Oh, I heard your friend got shouted out on the podcast that I listened to. The one who was dating Steve Gerben.
Wait, did she really?
Yeah,
What?
sort of.
What did he say?
briefly mentioned it.
Well, he told her he wasn't going to talk to her anymore.
Oh,
Till they were done writing.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it would be like 5 weeks, and he's like, I'll reach out after 5 weeks. I'm just too crazy busy.
Yeah, it's all, it's through the
It's now
DM's guide.
7 weeks. So she's like, it's fine. I'm just gonna move on.
Steve, if you're listening.
But I didn't know if it's automatic.
Steve, bro.
Okay.
I know.
Because there are a lot of interesting boons.
I am completely honest. I am completely unfamiliar with.
Me too. That's why I asked.
Because I've never run a campaign anywhere near this high of level before.
Nope.
Yeah, apparently, I mean, according to
Oh, do you have one too?
No.
Google,
Oh, okay.
they are basically just super powerful feats that you can acquire when either you complete like a major quest line or when you
Oh.
reach a certain level.
Okay. So
So
we can look at that
boon
after we.
feats.
this looks like it's a way to buff you without leveling up once you hit the level cap. Like instead of going to level 21,
These
your
feats
god gives you a bonus.
Yes.
Epic
Okay.
boon category. Boons of combat prowess.
Oh yeah, there's a whole
Increase in
bunch of
Pierce's
them.
aim, boon of dimensional travel.
Yep.
Boon of fate, boon
Permanent
of
truth
irresistible offense. Boon of night spirit, boon of spell recall, boon of true sight. Well,
Yeah,
Oh.
there's at least, I would say 30.
well, actually, this is kind of perfect. So yeah,
Afterwards.
after this section here, maybe in the process of taking a break and before going towards Vecna or anything like that, or potentially after Vecna, we can figure that out. But let's start by refreshing, because I feel like we could all probably use a little bit of a refresh of where we are, what's going on, what all we've achieved. Obviously, you have the Rod of Seven Parts. Arkin is holding that. You have it assembled and good to go. You have found your way into the this like cave, this Vecna's Grasp cave, where you realize that Vecna is essentially protecting himself while he weaves his ritual of remaking. He's protecting himself with these 3 unrealities that you have to figure out how to destroy first before you can even access him. Kind of like fail safes before you can even get to him. You have already destroyed 2 of them, which, Daryl, could you represent destroying 2 of them by taking 2 of those crystals off of that main spot there? Yeah, there's little lights in it. But...
They're so cute.
And we got
Pay no attention to the man behind the cloth.
Exactly. And you can just stick them off in the corner over here or whatever. Okay, whenever you get to it.
Really
It
graceful.
was nice. Shh.
Make believe.
So you defeated Cass's torment. You went to Cass's Cass's castle.
Oh,
And you destroyed his sword, which allowed you to break that unreality. And you noticed that the crystals in this cave started to like shatter and fragment, and you started seeing visions of these different worlds that Vecna is already manipulating and starting to change to his will. Next, after that, you went to the Sanctum of the Wizards 3, where you realized that Illustrial and Tasha were not their normal selves. You noticed that Illustrial's staff had Vecna's symbol floating over the unicorn head. After defeating them, you were able to destroy her staff and unmake that unreality as well.
Killed the shit out of
Didn't we do the hardest one first?
Yeah.
We beat the shit out of him.
Yes, you did the hardest one first, the second hardest one second. You have one unreality left. And
cakewalk.
yeah, and so you guys re-enter this cave. You're sort of teleported back to this cave. And you hear the sounds coming off from the third and final tunnel that you haven't gone down yet. And it sounds like sounds of like a city. Bustling, crowds, cheering, the occasional scream, things like that.
New York.
You're right. Like just normal city stuff. Every once in a while, like, someone yells, whatever.
Yeah.
As you are sort of reconvening and sort of taking stock of what you guys have left as far as like spells and inventory and things like that, kind of keeping track of the resources that you've expended, because you know that you're pretty close to the end here. You need to stay strong enough to be able to stop Vecna. You hear this faint like popping sound from within the cave, and Tasha steps through this portal, but she's kind of like flickering, like almost a little bit see-through, like she's not quite there. And she looks out at all of you and she says, "Champions, I do not have much time. Vecna is blocking my ability to teleport here. He's blocking my magic, but I wanted to offer you one final gift before we are banished from helping you achieve this last stage of the quest." And you see her wave her wand in the air, and this doorway, this kind of like bronze and wood door just appears in the midst of this cave. And she says, "I have figured out a way to modify Mordenkainen's mansion to where it exists outside of time. I can allow you guys to rest in the mansion without it affecting time here, but I can only hold the spell for a couple of minutes before I'm going to be banished from this cave." And she opens the door, and you see as she opens it, it looks like the interior of like a grand mansion inside. There's like staff walking around, setting up a big banquet table in there. And you guys, mind you guys are covered in like soot and blood.
That's worse than goodness.
Like, because I don't know if you remember, but the last fight you fought a Death Knight who hurled this like hellfire orb at you towards the very end. So like you guys are all like blackened and bleeding, and starting to get a little bit tired from these two trials previously. But Tasha motions for you to step forward into the doorway.
Do we know if this is the real Tasha?
We do not.
We don't, but we did just kill the other one, so.
But either way, if that's our next challenge,
We gotta
Let's
go
do
in
it.
there anyway.
Yeah.
I could eat.
Fair.
Yeah, like the smells of food are like wafting out of this doorway. You see like a suckled pig
Ooh.
out on this banquet table, glasses of wine. You can see like this palatial expanse out past it. There's like a fountain inside the main entryway area. And she's looking at you, and you can see like her image is like flickering every couple seconds as she's holding this planar gateway open.
And I'm walking towards the planar gateway
Yes.
and
Yeah,
making an
same.
insight check if I see it.
Inside?
I mean, just to see if there's anything unfamiliar, I guess.
Bless you.
19. Look, dirty 20. So yeah. Is this seem
Everything.
pretty-
So you can gain insight on Tasha and like what she's saying. Everything she's saying appears to be honest and truthful. You don't feel any like tingle down the back of your neck or anything like that this is an imposter or anything like that.
Well, I'm gonna go eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll follow.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. Take me off ball.
As you step in, she steps in with you and closes the doorway behind her, and you just see like she just like lets out a breath, and she says, "His magic is powerful. I don't think I'll be able to teleport back in here another time. Illustrial and I will be working on the wish spell. Whenever you are done in the mansion, just come out through the same doorway and it will bring you back into the cave." And she bows to all of you and she says, I wish you good luck. You are our only chance at stopping Vecna. Rest, develop a plan, and I wish you Godspeed. And she pops back out of existence, and you find yourselves in this beautiful mansion. You can clearly see the dining table. There are several staff members, like butlers, that come over to you guys and say, "May we take your coats, your weapons? We can hang them up in the
Yes, thank you.
in the closet."
That will
I'm
not be
good.
necessary.
Thank you.
No, I think we're fine.
I
Would
do
you like
calculate our
to-
chance of success at very low.
Would you like to wash up before dinner?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they point to these two like curved staircases that lead to like a second floor balcony. And they're like, the private rooms of the estate are upstairs. You will find they are all open and ready to accommodate any needs that you have.
I turn to you. This is way better than Lehman's little hut.
Yeah, I would. For getting a rest before a fight, this is a lot better than what we're used to.
No, I meant as a spell.
Oh, that as well. Yes.
Yeah, Mordenkainen's mansion.
Versus Lehman's tiny hut.
More versus tiny hut. Yeah, Mordenkainen's mansion is pretty nice. So you guys each make your way up to your rooms. They're all just like a row of doors. You each make your way in. Each room has its own private bath. Nice like canopy bed, armoire, a big like chest at the foot of the bed that you could put equipment in or anything that you needed. And you notice that each of the rooms, sitting out on a little what are they? I can't think of the word. Escritors desk. Like there's
Okay.
like a little like the desk that we have up in the library, like a tiny little like letter writing desk.
Oh my god, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, and I'm pretty sure it starts with an E. I can't remember the word, but it has like a little desk in each of your rooms, and you see on each of the desks is a potion of superior healing.
Well,
That's in my.
See?
that.
As well as some like perfumes and colognes and things like that. And each of you, as you're sort of like freshening up and everything, you each receive a knock as a staff member lets you know that dinner will be ready in 30 minutes. That the staff will be giving you guys privacy to discuss whatever matters you need to discuss at
You said that was superior.
a superior healing potion. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, so they leave you to it to freshen up. None of you get any sense that you are in any danger. You guys, I won't make you roll like an Arcana check or anything.
Okay.
You guys are aware, at least the mages are aware, that you are in an extra dimensional space. Like you are in like a little private pocket dimension, and like in your own little bag of holding, basically. Essentially, nobody can like break in here. This is Tasha's specific creation that she's made. So yeah, so like you guys are safe. You don't have to come to dinner with your armor on or anything like that.
I'm going down in a bathrobe, but
Yeah.
like one for a human adult male. So
Yeah.
there's like about 3.
The bathrobes are like red crushed velvet
Oh, hell
with
yeah.
like a shearling lined collar and like long cuffs that are definitely like off of.
Yeah, Thorum's.
Yeah, like they're hanging off. You
Yeah,
have to
it's
roll it
hang-
up like 4 times to have the sleeves fit you.
Yeah, it just kind of
I
flows.
don't think Gregory is taking the robe of the archmage off.
Or like he comes down in his casual clothes, but still has his clothes.
Yeah, no, like I'm just like walking around and just like
Because like he is an archmage. Like,
Yeah,
he
I'm
has
just
to wear. He
yeah.
just has to wear the
No,
clothes.
it
Yeah,
doesn't really come off.
and I imagine that like Helivore probably has like a dagger stashed. So yeah. Secretary desk. Yes.
A little bit different.
Yeah.
From...
Doesn't start with
Not
the starts with S.
For all your letter writing to your family overseas during
Yeah.
the war.
Exactly. Right. Correct. Yes, they got little like quill, a little inkwell.
Roll.
Yeah. Yes.
Dear Martha, the bomb's dropped.
Yeah, I gotta write like a Civil War letter to my dwarven hold. It's been 6 4th weeks.
My beloved.
My beloved.
I venture forth into darkness unknown.
Should I fall into battle? You know.
Yeah.
Hi again tomorrow.
Yeah, you write like Napoleon's
Oh,
letter
yeah.
to what's her face. What was the girl that Napoleon?
Josephine.
Josephine. Yeah. Anyway, so you each freshen up, come back down to dinner. As you sit around a table that conveniently has 5 seats at it. You have the suckling pig there. There are roasted potatoes out on the table.
Made me hungry.
There are multiple different types of like wine and brandy and ale. And the staff all, like push your chairs in behind you and leave a little bell in front of like each of your place settings and say, if you require anything from the staff, please just ring the bell and we would be happy to provide whatever you need.
Codex takes a drink from one of the glasses in front of him, and when he does, he realizes like the wine starts pouring out between his rib cage, like between a crack in his carapace, and he's like, "This is embarrassing. I appear to be leaking. Is there anything to patch? To patch the? It's part of me. I'm gonna go make repairs. Oh, I will return shortly." And he gets up and goes and makes some repairs to himself.
Okay.
What a waste.
Were you beat up that bad?
Yeah, he was down to 100.
100?
Out of what? Like,
It was, but it was bloody. But it's still half hit, half health.
oh, I
Yeah.
keep forgetting you have that many.
Should I ask the people that work here if they're unionized?
He comes back after using his
It won't really
healing
matter.
wand, the rest of the charges, and he's up to
Can we give them a
165
couple
now.
weapons so
Alright.
they can come help?
Helivore is ringing the bell as many
No.
times as she possibly.
Every single time the staff member comes in and
They
bows.
exist here.
Yes, ma'am, what would you...
Yeah, she wants her cut of the pig. She wants a refill on the drink. She wants
I don't think
everything.
they-
Gregory,
They're not
Gregory
tension.
pulls the bell off of
Nice.
her seat. For the love of all that is holy,
What?
can you please stop ringing that bell?
No,
You can ask them for everything in one go.
they said I can just ring it and they'll bring things.
They should.
Yeah, and they're like overly polite every single
Yeah,
time.
they're great.
Are they union? I'm asking if they're union.
Yeah? You like specifically ask
Yeah.
one?
Are you unionized?
You
And,
can ignore him. You
and
can-
a half-elf
What if he rings the
woman,
bell first?
a half-elf woman looks at you and she says,
Surprise, there aren't bells on the table.
we're not real.
So that's a no.
Like,
No, we're not. No. And she just like, she looks confused for a second. She says, no, we're not unionized.
Okay.
are they illusions?
Not
No.
Like mage hand?
Do you actually ask this?
Are they like
out
fancy
loud?
mage hand?
No.
Fancy slaves, man. They're not
Yes.
union. What the
I feel like I would like. I do know Mordenkainen's mansion is it isn't it illusionary?
It is.
Yeah. So they're not,
But-
but they're not illusions with it.
yes, they are.
They are.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Everything here.
Yeah, everything in here is just basically a yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
But also the feast that you are eating is a hero's feast, by the way.
So we get
You
Thanks.
get, I
a
believe,
boon? Maybe we get a boon.
you get a boon from a hero's feast.
Like a good boon now and then. It's a funny word. I like that word.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Is it the opposite of Bane? Boon and Bane?
yeah. It's a really small guy who breathes totally normally and doesn't do
I
steroids.
was born in the boon. Molded by.
so-
Glad we all.
Excuse me. So Hero's Feast, you gain several benefits. You're cured of all disease and poison. You become immune to poison and being frightened. And you make all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Your hit point maximum is also increased by 2d10.
Don't throw at me. You got
2 hour delay, Tony.
Yeah.
And you gain the same number of hit points as well.
How much is it increased?
2d10.
10.
So you can just set your, and you will get a long rest also. So you guys can go ahead and long rest and also increase your hit points by
Okay.
2d. And these benefits last for 24 hours.
It's okay.
Yeah. So immunity to poison, frightened, wisdom saving throws with advantage, and all your hit points increase by 2d.
Like permanently or not permanently?
For 24 hours.
Oh, temporary. Okay, temporary hit points.
10. 15.
You rolled a 10. One of your
Yeah.
d10s. Nice. Tony, is it okay if I have one
Oh,
of your
yeah.
IPAs?
Absolutely.
I like new trails.
I'm not usually for pale ales, but pale absence.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start over.
It's okay.
I'm gonna start over.
Mhm.
I don't usually go for hazy IPAs, but this one is pretty good.
Yeah, so other than, Halibor's occasional ringing of the bell and the staff coming in, you basically have like a beautiful private dinner to kind of figure out what your thoughts are. You have one more obstacle in your way before you get to Vecna. But like this is sort of your time to
That's cool.
discuss like a game plan. Like
Yeah.
you obviously don't know what to expect, what type of arena you're going to be fighting in, but you guys could discuss like what your strengths and weaknesses are, so you don't have to try and do it on the fly. Basically, get a moment to breathe before basically launching into the end of this campaign.
Well, Thorum.
Caleb, do you remember what we were talking about at Smokies?
Yes, I do.
The Thor members, the last time he got into melee range, he died.
Oh, yeah.
And turned into a zombie. So
Yeah, I remember you tried to fight me.
don't take it personally. It was
Oh, I didn't.
okay. Good.
No, I felt sad for you.
Well, it was not great. It could have gone better.
Did you how was it being a zombie?
Not as bad as getting drugged.
I'm glad you brought that back up.
Okay.
Got
You
her.
had the best sleep of your
Dreams to
life.
Arkham.
You had
Sing.
such a good
Sing.
nap.
Yeah,
I don't
and
even
Thor-
remember that actually.
So I am trying to.
Actually, you don't even remember that.
I'm trying to gaslight Thorm out of it. It's
What do you do remember when you became a zombie under Vecna's control?
Ooh, interesting.
You did have distinct flashes and memories of essentially just being a slave.
Ew,
And
that's not good.
you could glean that Vecna's vision for all of reality is that everybody is his slave, that they're all willing to participate in his profane rituals and his
I like it.
pursuit of dark knowledge. Vecna is essentially trying to harness all of the dark powers and become evil incarnate. He is trying to wipe out all of the deities. He is trying to wipe out all free will so that everybody is a slave to what he wants them to do, and he is the only deity in existence, and his agenda is just evil knowledge.
So, Thorn would relate that, and to me, it's kind of the goal to happen all of existence.
Not great.
I have a potion of invulnerability that I plan on drinking before I try and go fight him.
How long does it last?
A minute.
Invulnerability?
Yeah, I have that too.
It's resistance to all
Resistance to all damage.
but it's
Resistance.
that doesn't stack with like a ring of necrotic resistance, does it?
I don't think it
No,
would
there's no such thing as like double resistance. Yeah.
I am not. I am familiar with the artificer ways of magic, but perhaps you spellcasters could enlighten me on how some things might work. Is there, now that I can cast Wall of Fire, for example, if someone is behind it, because flame makes sound, can anything be heard behind a wall of fire?
Certainly. It just can't be seen
Interesting.
because it's opaque.
It's opaque, but what about noise?
Doesn't block it.
It doesn't block noise. Interesting.
Do you plan on turning into a whale again?
Probably not a whale. I will, depending on the arena, I will decide what is the most accurate and beneficial creature to turn into when the time comes.
Arkin, if a spell
Worth
requires a somatic
it. See you too.
element, how loud does it have to be?
You can
Speak the
whisper it as long as you can say the words.
Interesting. Okay.
We have some room to be sneaky here when it does come to spells and trying to avoid any counterspell traps.
How many secrets do we have left?
I guess I was wondering
We
if
have
Wall
two.
of Fire makes any sound at all.
Mine.
Like creating the wall of fire.
Yeah.
Who else do we have?
Having a wall of fire, does it create sound?
I would say
Because fire has a noise element to it.
yes, but only because it is
We have
consuming
two.
wood. Right?
So
Like fire only makes sound because it's combusting.
You mean like the gas, like a gas fire
It doesn't make
Right,
sense.
exactly.
sound?
Yeah.
I would say that just creating a magical wall of fire does not make sense.
it's okay.
Because it's not like there's a line of wood at the ground level
Right.
that it's combusting and popping and whooshing. Like probably the
Did we
sound of
used to?
displacing the air
Yeah.
is about all the sound it
I
would
think
make.
we
So
did.
kind of like a white noise,
I think the last-
displacing
Or actually,
the
no, we
air
would have
in the
had to use
immediate
three.
area.
Yeah, we did.
But it's a magical
We
spell.
used one when we
I don't
fought
think it has to be
Minska.
super
Minska.
technical that it's like a crackling, roaring.
It's
fire.
got
Yeah.
Okay. I think we only have one secret left. And it's mine. God's damn it.
With the way we've seen Vecna and even his creations use counter spells, how are they doing it? Is it through sight? Is it through hearing?
What do you mean?
If Vecna was facing to the left and something happened to his right, how would he know to counterspell?
So
Is he hearing it?
counterspell is
Does he just know?
it's a reaction. If Arkin and
Yes.
I cast it, it is something that we do in response to a spell being cast that we can see, hear, or feel in the general area. So
I
if
believe
it
it's
was
specifically
although
that
we
you
do-
can see.
yes,
We do need to see it.
yes. Yes. So in their situation, they're a little different. It's not a spell as much as it is just an innate ability they have.
Give me an Arcana check,
Okay.
Gregory.
It's a 19.
You can glean that while Vecna's dread counterspell is not he's not casting counterspell, he does still have to see you. He has to be able to see you to cast counterspell, and you do know he has true sight.
Right.
So being invisible is not good enough.
Oh.
Being, you know,
Magical darkness? Can you see?
he can see through magical darkness. you would have to be behind cover or something like that where he cannot see you, because true sight doesn't see through walls. It's not X-ray vision. It's not like tremor sense.
Yeah, if we were in cover or something, we could cast it
Yes.
without at the risk of being dread counterspell. But a dread counterspell is not a spell, so it cannot be canceled. It cannot be counterspelled in and of itself.
Correct.
So,
It's just a reaction.
so if firewall is opaque,
Mm-hmm.
can true sight see through a magical spell?
They cannot.
So in theory,
Because you are literally obstructing the view. It's not like magical darkness, which is like an effect.
Yeah.
You are literally obstructing his view from seeing.
This is interesting.
So yes, like a wall of fire would obstruct view and would prevent him from being able to dread counterspell somebody on the other side of it. But
Okay.
it would also prevent them from seeing him
Yeah.
to cast a spell at him. But it
Right.
might buy them time.
So, okay, this is very interesting. Caleb, do we want to talk about that anymore?
no, I think we answered the questions
Yeah.
that you and I were discussing. Giving way too much to.
I don't want to
Feel
give
time.
Michael information
That was
you
part of the
would-
problem.
Michael has all the information.
that could.
But we're trying to have like group table.
We want
talk,
you to be
but
surprised.
it's something that we want to be able to also have a strategy that you are not aware of.
Well, Vecna doesn't know, but Michael does.
But that's the thing is he has to, and he's very good at that. So I'm not saying he wouldn't be able to, but he has to make that decision. And yeah, so
I will say this from like a general DM perspective. I would rather, like, if it's an ability that you have acquired, I just don't want you to try and set something up that's going to try and manipulate the rules of the game, and then
No.
we have to make an
No,
executive
that's why we're
decision.
having this
No,
talk to
okay.
make sure we know what the rules are.
well,
Gotcha.
and it is just basically the core of it was what are the rules for counterspell or dread
Okay.
counterspell, and what could we do to prevent him from doing it?
Rules, which now we
Impeding
know we
Vecna's
are.
vision of any of you guys prevents him from casting spells at
So,
you guys,
if
from
we throw-
counterspelling
If
you.
we throw a pocket sand at him,
He only has one eye.
he's got a
I mean-
point. He's got a point.
Low blow, but it's
Big
Throwing
eyes.
sand in his face, just like.
I would say that probably the ability saved for him to maintain vision
Yeah.
is low enough versus pocket sand.
You're gonna fight a god with pocket
God,
stands?
probably going to laugh at you for throwing pocket sand at him
Yeah.
and then just immediately kill you.
I legitimately
With
have.
his
It
eyes.
is, I have a little bag of sand.
Yeah. I mean, listen,
He
you
probably
can
threw
try.
his own eyeball out and then regrow it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halibor, do you have any questions or thoughts or anything like that?
No.
Or is this a we're gonna stab? We're gonna stab
Yeah,
that
I
person.
really don't have too much that I would have
That she
So-
or you are
Yeah.
concerned
You're
about.
kind of a loner, aren't you?
So I have.
And a staff member appears behind you and sets another bell in front of you while you guys are having this talk, and then
No, I'm not.
disappears.
Kodak?
I do have a real question for you. So I'm aware that you are with us because you want part of the rod. We don't table talk. We don't know exactly which part, do we? Or
No, you
did
do. So
Okay, I forgot if that was
Yeah.
made clear. Like,
Yeah,
that you
just
got from the
because
casino.
the casino one, you knew I
So
wanted.
what happens if we do this? Are you just taking the rod? Is there a conversation? Do you want some backup to fight your deity? Do you have a plan?
Yeah, I have orders. I'm not gonna fight my deity.
Okay.
I'm just following orders. So right now,
What would
this
happen
seems
if
to
you?
be a priority.
What would happen if you didn't follow? Are you a servant to your god, or are you a slave to your god?
And Sierra, he's not your god. Belial is like your patron.
Okay, so I was gonna say I'm
Like, you
not
don't
a, I'm
worship
not a
You
slave
don't
or a
worship him.
servant. I'm
He
like,
he gives you power, kind of like a warlock, but it's not. you don't worship him.
Right.
Much like Arkin doesn't worship
Serve
the
him like a
Raven
slave.
Queen, she gives him his power, and if she would request something of him, he would be sort
Yeah.
of beholden to do it. But
Because
essentially,
I'm actually like highly respected with him. So
Yes.
like,
yeah, like he pretty much offered you the #1
Right.
lieutenant spot. Yeah,
I'm
like
not,
his general.
I'm not a slave to anyone.
Well, what does he want with it though?
That is not my business to share.
I'm just saying we
I'm
are.
already going along with what you guys need me to do. I don't need to give you any more details.
I mean, you may
that
you
is
may
called
not
a
need
cold
to
shoulder.
now, but after the fact, if we do survive what is essentially the end of the world and destroying the bringer of death, this may be a different call.
Right. So what do you need with the staff? Why would you need it?
The staff is a sacred artifact. It's not something that we would just want floating around to whoever wants it.
Well, I'm taking it apart, so
Well, I'm assuming we can have this discussion after. I just wanted to be aware of exactly where we were going into this, knowing that one, we may not survive, two, the staff may not survive.
I
You
feel
could
like
also go
all
back
you
to
guys
jail.
need to know is that I'm with you.
You always put you back in jail. Just in case.
What'd you say?
Okay.
If you like
Jail? I don't know. If it was
Insight check, okay.
Thorne's a little salty about the whole drugs,
26.
even though he totally did it to himself.
You discovered I was drunk.
He still did it.
Yeah, but do this privately.
Yeah.
Are you
So
texting me?
no, so he's making
Oh.
an insight check against you.
Oh, okay.
If it's totally up to you. You could roll a deception check.
Okay.
And you can decide what you want to do with that information, but his insight check is a 26. So you can roll a deception check and basically go from there. And like, you don't have to tell us if you're lying or telling the truth.
Right.
It'll just be a matter of what's your deception check versus what his insight check is and what he gleans from that information. So if you want to roll a deception
And-
check.
I was doing it when you're saying that you were saying that you're with us.
So you can either basically voluntarily forfeit the deception check and be like, no, I'm telling the truth. And you would be able to tell that. Or
Right.
you could roll deception and decide what you, like, you could say, if you roll higher than 26, like, keep that information to yourself and say, no, I'm telling the truth. Like, you basically,
I think because I worded it like that,
Mhm.
I am with you.
okay.
Like I'm.
Okay.
It wouldn't matter.
For how long?
Like
Is this like a Fae, I am with you, like, I am in the room with you, I am with you? Okay, like, we don't know.
If you say that, Codex, I'll simply say, let's get through this first and then worry about that.
so would my like I'm in that
You know
way
what?
that
Since you're being
KG?
like cagey and like kind of coy with your information and like you're not telling a lie but you're also not necessarily telling the whole truth, give me a deception check.
because I don't know a Sierra like what am I
Let me see.
feeling like what am I feel oh yeah so I should probably
Okay. What's your modifier? Okay. Got it.
Any thoughts on the last one?
What?
I don't
Last
know
challenge.
like if I'm hearing from Belial if I have feelings from Belial has he come and talked to me
Am I
He hasn't
shot of that
recently.
question?
Yes.
so he's kind of just like
Boulders.
You have your mission and he trusts you to accomplish it by
I don't
whatever means. Like,
Rovius,
he trusts you to make
like
the judgment call of like, we should finish this quest
It's home.
and I should gain their trust and
Would it
then
be a
like
Barovia
take
you
the
guys
piece
would
versus like
No.
I should just steal it versus whatever.
yeah
But you do have a very real sense though, like if you were to steal
Does
the
Barovia
Rockies
normally
now,
sound?
yeah
the universe
Right.
would be
and
destroyed.
I understand
Yeah.
that and I know Belial knows that too like
None
he's
of
not
the
a huge
towns-
fan
But,
of
like, it doesn't have to be tomorrow that
towns are-
he
Yeah.
gets Rockies, he just wants it. Like he's an immortal
Right.
he's an immortal archdevil,
Right.
so like he's cool with waiting
Yeah.
a few days. So you can tell like Hellbor is being cagey, but not in not in any way that's uncommon for her. And you can tell that she at least has the intention of being on your side and helping you fight Vecna and making sure you succeed at this quest, because she wants the rod piece, and it's no good to her if you're all dead anyway.
I did not mean to start an argument. I simply wanted to know what the expectations were, should be.
I guess we'll find out when we get there.
And that is the information that I was.
Orm is looking suspicious.
Would you like?
I'm trying to
She's being so cagey, even while trying to be given like every way out of.
Yeah, we're all being like fairly non-confrontational. We're like, hey, like,
And she's like, I guess you'll find out tomorrow. Yeah.
Orm did threaten to put you
There's
back
no
on.
way to know, I
He's
suppose.
lawful good. He does not trust at all.
I get that. We're,
And he
we have a relation to something. We're both lawful.
lawful
Like,
something.
we're
Right.
lawful to something else.
lawful
That is true.
evil or neutral?
Lawful evil.
Yes.
So I've got Muradin, you know. He is daddy, so you know. Thorm's not saying,
Well,
but you know.
Eliel's daddy, so.
My dad could beat up your dad.
Honestly, we could probably beat up either.
Probably
Right.
Murden probably
Yeah.
could beat up a lot.
Hell fucking yeah, you hear that?
He's like an actual god.
But he's not as attractive.
Well, that's true. Yeah, correct.
Unless you're into like, you know, short kings, I guess.
Somebody has to be.
Somebody is. March.
So you, is there anything else you guys would like to kind of nail down, iron out?
Giant mutant anger babies. Marge is not into short
I
things.
don't have any.
No. Okay.
No, we're good.
Can we just
Oh.
have wine and a pig
One thing
and just
I
end
will
that
try to
discussion
do
for the
when we
night?
were
Yeah.
Okay.
going back
This
up
is in
there,
very
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I could
This
meditate
mixture
and
that you've
connect
created.
with the Raven Queen.
Yeah, sure. So you sort of, you kind of wind down, you ring your bell multiple more times. They bring out,
It's a shock.
they bring out like a fantasy key lime pie for dessert. Amazing. The meringue on it too is,
Yes, I did ring my bell for
Yeah.
dessert.
yeah, the meringue is perfect. Browned, like just slightly browned on the outside, perfectly gooey on the inside. The meringue is, or the key lime pie is tart, with a beautiful like sweet graham cracker crust finish to it. Yeah, very nice. Just melts in your mouth. And you all just feel like restored. You feel just very well after this meal. Obviously, you healed and got your health and relieved any status ailments and things like that. But you feel confident and good after this meal. It's not like sitting heavy in your stomachs. You feel rejuvenated. So yeah, you make your way up to your rooms for the evening. We can kind of go one by one then and sort of say real briefly like what you would maybe try to do on what is potentially like your final night, your final rest. Like, do you make peace with your gods? Do you seek wisdom? Do you, tinker with your weapons and just make sure everything is fine-tuned and to perfection? Do you study your spell books? So Arkin, we'll start with you.
Quick question before we get started.
Yeah.
Is this last trial entering the fight with Vecna, or is this a trial prior to?
This is the same type of an unreality that you've destroyed the other two. So like you don't know whether it leads directly to Vecna,
Okay.
but you have to destroy one more unreality.
That's what I thought. That just changes how
Yeah,
I was
like
going
you
to
are not
this.
you are not going into fighting
Right.
Vecna. You have to destroy one more.
That's what I
unreality.
thought. I just want to double check. Yep.
Yeah. So Arkin, you
Yes.
would like to try and commune with the Raven Queen.
Yes.
Give me a religion check with advantage. Because of your level. I will say that you've probably communicated with her multiple times by this point.
Okay. That would be a 22.
So you set up. What do you do? Do you set up like a little, like a ritual, like an altar to?
Not so much
her
an
or
altar,
anything?
just what I would probably do is set up a couple candles on the floor,
Mhm.
like
Little blood,
little blood,
little blood up offering.
and then just
And
concentrate on it.
your candles, as you're sort of like setting your intentions on communing with the Raven Queen, the flames of your candles go from like a beautiful yellow, amber color. They flicker and they turn into like black flames. And crow's feathers start to like rain from the ceiling as this rift opens up in your room. And you don't see the Raven Queen, but you hear her voice like echoing out from the void. She says, "Arkin, my champion, I am proud of the work that you have done. You have served me well. What can I do for you?"
Well, at this point, things have been going well enough. But I know that the challenges coming up will test us even greater than before. We see that Vecna is changing some realities, or trying to change realities, attempting to right them in his will. What guidance can you give us for fighting him and also taking on this last challenge? Any insight would be greatly appreciated.
You have everything that you need to accomplish your task. It is a matter of if you can all come together and rely on each other's strengths and weaknesses. Vecna is not a god yet. He cannot be everywhere at once. You must find his weaknesses and use them against him. The challenge that lies ahead of you is surmountable. You must not give in to your fear, and you must leave everything on the table when fighting Vecna. Hold nothing back.
Understood.
Use all the powers that I have given to you.
Is there anything that you can tell me about this thing? And I pick up the staff, the rod.
The rod?
I mean, sure, it has lots of powers, but combined, what can it do against Vecna?
The staff is more than just the ability to cast spells. It is a weapon against Vecna's very nature. He seeks to rewrite the laws of this universe, and the Rod of Seven Parts, when used in whole as it was meant to be, solidifies the very nature and reality of this universe.
So it's more than a rod of law, it's a rod of order.
Yes. And she goes on to explain that it can be used as an actual physical weapon against Vecna. You can actually attack him with the Rod of Seven Parts and deal damage to him. It does. I forget how much. Like, it does extra damage, basically. It operates as like a quarterstaff. And you do magical damage to Vecna. But she also relays to you that between the Rod of Seven Parts and the Chimes of Exile, if you weaken Vecna enough, you can banish him to basically like a demi-plane that he cannot return, at least for a very long period of time. Which you kind of already knew. You knew that you needed to use the Chime of Exile. But she reminds you that the Chime of Exile theoretically only has one use. And Vecna has multiple reactions. Like, obviously this is above the table talk. Right. She would convey this to you in, you know, like a story in an allegorical fashion. But
We have the time.
essentially, no, I don't feel like doing it either. Essentially, Vecna has the ability to use a legendary reaction to automatically save a throw. Like to automatically make a succeed on a save.
Yeah.
So, if he still has one of those reactions left, he could choose to automatically succeed against the Chime of Exile.
Mm-hmm.
Your Chime of Exile would essentially be void. You would have to be able to cast some sort of other banishment spell. She also relays to you that teleportation magic will not work in Vecna's lair. It is warded against any type of displacement or teleportation other than banishment.
What about his own?
He is able to still teleport.
Yeah.
Within his lair.
Right.
Will things like Misty Step still work?
No.
Good to know.
Do you share any of this with us?
Yeah, I will afterwards.
All right, because I can contribute that conversation.
Need a pen. Anyone has a real pen?
There's pens right here.
So,
No, it's not. It's an erasable pen. It's not writing well.
here.
Here's your third pen.
Yes, so she essentially gives you extremely valuable information that one, teleportation magic will not work inside Vecna's lair. Two, the Chime of Exile will only work if he has to be able to see it to automatically succeed on a save though. Like if someone is able to figure out a way to try and use it against him when he's weak enough, but he can't see it, that would be fine. But otherwise, you need to try and use all of his energy, all of his reactions prior to trying to use the Chime against him. Or figure out some other way to try and banish him.
Like a quick banishment.
Like banishment, yep. But I think banishment, the spell itself, doesn't necessarily. Well, what? I think you can you choose where you banish them to?
All that Chime of Exile is banishment at 4th level.
Yeah, but the Chime of Exile is a specific magical item that you can use against Vecna. Like it can essentially like permanently banish him. Like, yes, I understand that the magical item in D&D Beyond just basically casts
So
banishment.
you're taking some liberties with it.
I'm taking some liberties.
Okay.
The Chime of Exile, especially when combined with the Rod of Seven Parts, has the ability to banish Vecna and then essentially rewrite reality and rewrite law that he is not in this planet existence anymore. Like it essentially unwrites questions, Arkin.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
And we'll kind of just go around the table. So, Thorin, what do you spend your last evening doing? And it can be, frankly, it can be as frivolous or as deep as you want it to be. It's entirely what your character would actually do on their last night.
So the last time I talked to Muradin, I had like a crisis of faith.
Mm-hmm.
And this time, no crisis of faith. My hate is pure. My, like armor, my contempt
Yes.
of my armor, pure Warhammer 40K
Yes.
shit. Like, the last name in my book to be crossed out is Vecna or Lich or whatever I put in there. So yeah, he'll ask Muradin for his favor, and if Thorm has to die, let it be a good, glorious death.
And
Yeah.
Muradin is, you can tell that he is sort of pleased with your offering of justice, specifically. Being a very just, being like the creator god of the dwarves and a very just god. The fact that Vecna is trying to unmake a reality where he's a deity.
That pisses him off a little bit.
It's not pretty hardcore.
Pretty hardcore.
And so you ask for like a blessing
Yeah, pretty
from
much.
him.
Yeah.
He bestows a blessing onto you. He gives you a belt of giant strength, but he specifically gives you a belt of cloud giant strength.
Ooh. And that's something I can look up.
It is. It's a legendary item.
Oh wow, fancy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
your strength score is automatically 27.
holy shit. That's more like it.
That's it. Makes you super strong.
I'm a strong ass dwarf.
Yes.
Oh, I just need to make a strength saving throw. So it should be. Okay, I think I need to automatically modify it because it's not adding it. But...
Well, once you attune,
Oh,
you'll
I
have to attune to the
okay.
belt, and then it should automatically make your strength 27.
Okay.
But Muradin, he bestows upon you this belt of cloud giant strength, and you feel like not happy warmth fill you. You feel more like rage
Hell
Lord.
fucking yeah.
fill you.
I got a belt.
And yeah, like his voice like kind of surrounds you. It's a little bit more like ethereal. You don't like actually see him face to face, but you just hear, my son, you are strong.
They're always Scottish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dwarves are always Scottish.
We had to like pick
my
the
blessing,
DT accent.
and you have
British and Scottish.
my rage.
He's kind of good.
Destroy,
He's good.
He's really good at
destroy that witch. Bring him to heal. Show him who the true God of gods is.
Lauren, I guess from the room over, you just hear like this absolute. roar,
have
and he just, and he just picks up the chest in the room.
All of us are just like pounding on the wall.
You just hear, the He-Man roar. It's like,
Did you practice that accent when you were in Scotland?
No.
That would have been great.
No, I would fake Scottish accent around.
That is how you get.
That would be so embarrassing. Yeah.
oh fuck it, well that's cool. I have a goddamn belt. Imagine
What
it's a
kind
belt.
of giant?
Cloud
giant.
Yeah.
You could say I can make a hill giant belt, but it doesn't go anywhere close to
Yeah.
27.
The only thing higher than that is the storm giant belt.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm satisfied with cloud.
So there's room for improvement.
Yeah, there is. Defeat Vecna and then maybe talk to Muradin again, see if you can get a storm
Yeah,
giant belt
that's fine.
out of it.
Yeah.
Your strength would go to 29 instead of 27.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty nuts.
Now I have a plus 16.
And then challenge Marin into an arm.
Yeah,
There's Marin into an arm wrestling
wrestle a god.
contest.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 'Cause nothing bad would come of that.
Right. Give him one of these.
Yeah.
You know.
Give him a little ha and a hi, yeah. Gregory,
1, 2.
what do you do on your last evening?
I think Gregory is taking in because again, has it been a month? Or was it 2 weeks? I forget what we said.
It's been probably close to a month. since
So-
like leaving, since preparing for all of this, and initially meeting the Wizards 3.
And what was the time between us defeating Strahd for the first time and now?
That was like 2 years.
So I think coming off of like a 2-year tranquility almost and getting to help with the government in Barovia,
Yep.
I think there's just a lot of
Yeah, you like started a life.
yeah. I think Gregory is just reflecting on that, reflecting on what could happen if this doesn't go according to plan. This isn't like we just died the demi-plane. There wasn't a lot going for Gregory prior to Strahd, and now there is.
Are there any ambitions that Gregory has? I mean, he is a 20th level wizard now. He has the robe of the Archmagi. I mean, like, obviously you want to get revenge against Strahd.
Yeah.
So I know that that's part of it, but like, are there any ambitions that Gregory has as far as like seeking power? Does he want to run? Does he want to be like the arch wizard of a country or anything like
No.
that?
Gregory's interested in what is above this, meeting the Wizards 3 and knowing that he is roughly on the same level as the Wizards of 3.
Yep.
In a month.
In a month. Well, we went into this at what, 14 or 15?
11th level.
Oh, really? Man, I thought we were higher than that going into this shit.
I've been in the pressure cooker for the last month.
A bit.
I tend to think of it as you have been kind of like, because we're going through like experience by, or like leveling by accomplishment rather than experience points. So it's almost like you have been fast tracked to godhood.
More
Like,
or less, yeah.
yeah, like the powers that be, you know, whoever the powers that be are in this universe are like, you 5 are the ones who will be given the abilities to become strong enough to defeat Vecna. So it's not so much that it was like a matter of time, it's that like the powers that be have decided that you 5 are the ones that can change fate, basically.
I think with that happening and Gregory knowing what a lich is and knowing that it is a wizard or a spell
Some sort of spellcaster.
that decides that they want to sacrifice their humanity or their corporeal form to ascend. I think there is some interest in that. There is some interest in it. Does it have
A
to
little bit
be
of temptation. Does it have to be evil?
does it have to be evil? Is there a way to bind my nature to
Okay.
pursue this? Because like that's a lot of power in a short period. of
Is it about achieving immortality?
It is, but it's also just about power.
As you're sort of meditating on this, contemplating what you like want next in life or the afterlife or eternity, you're sort of contemplating the meta picture, the big picture. You feel this sort of like presence in your room, and it's like a temptation feeling. It's like this gut feeling of you start to glean that if you wanted to pursue, you have this flash. You remember, yeah, Lichdom. Lichdom. Lichhood.
It's a sexy feeling.
Yeah, Lichhood.
I bet it is.
It's a very, it is a intoxicatingly dark, powerful feeling. You can kind of see what convinced Vecna to go down this route in the first place, because like even for you, there's no god tempting you or anything
No.
like that. It is just power. It is knowledge that you have acquired, that like you pour over your spell books and you realize that you have spells that like court wizards around Faerun could only imagine being able to cast. You are able to shift reality, summon elemental magic. Like, you are able to change the world around you, and it feels intoxicating. But at the same time, you get a very real sense that if you were to pursue lichhood, it is a dark path. You would have to go down like a profane of like sacrificing things about yourself to become a lich. Like, there's no such thing as a good lich. You would have
Like,
like
what kind of
it's like
things?
you realize you would basically have to become Voldemort to become a lich. You would have to like split your soul into this
He didn't lose just his nose.
yeah.
Just saying.
I was gonna say it's better than Vecna.
Yeah, like you would have to
His
split
eye.
your soul into this like simulacrum
And
Yeah.
like this. You would have to put a part of yourself that like contains your emotions and like the goodness of you as a living person into this object that would essentially cause you to have immortality, and that would be the sacrifice to gain even deeper, darker knowledge. And as you're having this like temptation flashback, this image in your head of when you first encountered Vecna on the astral plane. And I don't know if you remember, but he had a book floating around him. And the image of that book and some of the spells that you could kind of see like bits and pieces of, you realize that that book that Vecna carries is like the manifesto of how to do this, how to become an archlich, how to unmake reality. Like, it has all of Vecna's darkest secrets in it.
Yeah, that might be something that Gregory tries to take.
So that is kind of your revelation. You realize that like potentially in order to achieve some of your more ambitious goals, you may have to go off the path of goodness to try and achieve.
No.
I mean,
compared to her.
I mean, compared to her,
but you would have to go down the path of true evil.
is
Like,
it?
you would have to surrender yourself to evil, to like
Maybe Hellboy would start following you.
Well, what exactly is the evil? Because from everything that like I know, Caleb knows, and from everything that Gregory knows, it is like you said, it is sacrificing, whether it is a moment of memory, it is sacrificing your humanity to become pure arcane energy. So what evil is that associated with?
I think it is more so just that you don't care what happens to yourself or anybody else in the process. And once you've given yourself over to that, then it's literally you will put yourself and your knowledge and your power ahead of anything, any price, anybody else's life, anything whatsoever. You're willing to sacrifice it in order to achieve what you want, which is just more power.
So it is the loss of humanity is the
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
loss of humanity, loss of conscience,
Yeah.
loss of
Feels like the
empathy.
book that he would want to have.
Probably.
But I feel like that would be Gregory's temptation for the rest of time.
Absolutely.
Hey,
What's the worst that could happen?
we got
We have to kill him.
So you sort of
would be pretty bad.
stew.
You
You
didn't
sort
let
of
me turn into a vampire, Dave.
right.
No, I didn't get to.
So you sort of stew over that into the night. You're meditating. You're an elf. You don't necessarily need to sleep, but like you sort of just vacillate back and forth between like, do I do it? Do I go this route? Like, you're still thinking about the fact that you need to destroy Strahd after this, and like, what are you willing to do to be able to get vengeance, because vengeance suits your needs, and if you have to become evil to get vengeance, are you willing to do that? So you kind of wrestle with that and just sort of brood for the rest of the night. Celeborn,
I think she's like
What goes down and
she's like obsessively like cleaning her weapons and like polishing them and like
she's like a
trying to,
general. She's like a military general.
yeah, she's like getting prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Not very tired, that's for sure. But
And she's a shatter kind,
yeah,
right?
yeah, she doesn't really sleep.
So she's like this kind of like dream elf.
Yeah, I don't need long to like
Yeah.
sleep, but she is kind of disappointed, maybe. That like she doesn't know what Belial thinks of her because that's very important to her. So she hasn't heard much from him, and I think she's like,
Would she
I
reach
hope
out
I'm
to him?
doing. I don't know how, if like she can.
He is.
Like
He's
I
an
don't know if it's more up to him
So
that like
approval matters to her.
of her, yeah, of Belial.
Specifically of Belial.
Yeah.
I mean, she could just try to call out to him.
Yeah, I think she would. I think she's having a little moment where she
Yeah.
would want to know,
Yeah, like yeah.
am I doing the right thing? I think like that conversation with Gregory like kind of shook her up a little bit.
Mhm.
Like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and like they're coming at me.
All right. So you sort of call out to Belial in your room. Maybe it's just like internal.
Yeah,
Like-
it's like a reassurance.
Like you're
feeling that
polishing
she
your
needs.
weapons and like you just keep having this like recurring thought in your head of like, am I doing the right thing? Like
Right.
is this
what
what
he
Belial
wants.
is this what Belial
Yeah.
wants from me?
Can I ask a question? Does Hellebore have any romantic feelings for him?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He has a consort.
And it was just because of the caring about how his opinion of her.
Yeah, I think
Her
it's more
being
of, like
this tough
him as
general,
her,
I'm like,
a leader.
So
Yeah,
it seems
like.
vulnerable for her to care
Yeah.
to care what he thinks of her.
Well, I
Maybe
think
it's
she's
just a
just
survival
been
thing.
put in this position because, like, we killed
Yeah.
the first.
And it's
one.
it was only a few days ago that all
Yeah,
this
because all
happened.
this
Yeah.
is happening in a couple
It's very
days,
quick,
and I
right.
remember the conversation I had with him before, where he was like, "Get it done, no matter what."
Mhm.
And I think she's just like, "Well, like this is something that Belial also wants is to get rid of Vecna, and then I will deliver the peace to him."
Mhm.
So I think she's just confused of like, what do I do first, and like, am I doing what like my duty?
I say, what happens after if we defeat Vecna? What happens after that is really wild. Like between you needing the rot
Well,
piece
that's just
and
the
him
problem.
wanting to become a lich, but then we're also supposed to go to Barovia. I'm like, how is this gonna all work?
Yeah.
Like,
So while Hellebore's sort of like in her room, polishing and like honing her weapons and taking stock of everything that she has, you hear this like flutter. It almost sounds like bat wings. And as you look over your shoulder, Belial in his black suit, black mock turtleneck, kind of bluish skin, his very like elegantly curved horns. He is just sitting at the edge of your bed, smoking a cigarette, fantasy cigarette.
Right. Right.
And he just looks at you and smiles and says, "General, you seem
She bows.
this is not necessary anymore."
She sits next to him.
And he
weird
just
shit
kind of like
going down over
looks
here, man.
he just like looks over at you. Oh, there you go. A little honey on there.
Uh-huh.
He just looks over at you and he says, I can feel doubt coming from you. What troubles you?"
I have no doubt of you. I think I hope that what I'm doing is pleasing you and following my duty. I feel like I had big shoes to fill.
Yes. Caliban was a very important general, but I have no doubt that you can serve in his place. I see you by my side, ruling in the hells. I appointed you as my first general because you have proven yourself I need you to know, I do not worry that you will obtain the rod piece. I do not worry that you will fight with savagery and the pureness that I trained you to embody. I trust you to make your own decisions. What do you want?
I want what you want. I
I
feel pathetic that I am even worried.
need you, if you are going to be my first general, I need you to think about what you want in the power struggle, in the way that power is structured and obtained. I have what I need from my world. The rod piece will allow me to bring back my beloved and be with her once again. But beyond that, I need a general so ferocious and so savage and so single-minded in her focus that she does not waver in any of her decision making. I need you to think about the armies that you want to raise and the grand quests that you want to go on to bring honor to my name. I need you to think about your legacy now instead of my legacy. You have everything that you need from me. Do not worry that you need to discover what I want you to accomplish. Know that your training is sound, and if it is something that you want to accomplish, then it is something that I want accomplished as well. I want you to have no doubt in who you are and what you are made to do.
She does not smile often, like ever.
Yeah.
And she is just like filled like joy.
And he like reaches out and not romantically, just like in a moment of kindness from essentially what has been like a very demanding general / father figure kind of person. He just like runs his hand like along a strand of your hair and he says, if you die, know that you have served me well, but I would very much like you to join me in the Hells.
Oh,
I
I won't die tomorrow. I have. I will show up in hell, and I will find you again.
I knew that you would have a plan. This is why I trust you. I want you to fight with all of my confidence and my trust. And he disappears in like this cloud of black smoke and leaves like a little soot mark on the edge of the bed.
She's stoked.
Yeah.
She is like hyped. Basically how you were. Like
Yeah, you basically got like his seal of approval.
right, his
like,
blessing
yes.
to do what I thought
Yes.
was the right thing.
And when you think something is the right thing to do, he feels
Right.
the same way.
Okay.
Are you reading
Just
the
reading
sign?
the sign.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Sierra brought that. Okay. So last but certainly not least, Codex. Not really one for religion, but I feel like he's been learning a lot more about himself and
Yeah.
what is he kind of going through?
So he's already taken apart and reassembled his new flame of Bahamut.
His flame of Bahamut?
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 Yeah.
The dragon? I didn't make
It was very.
I didn't make the name.
Keep going. Is that what it sounds like?
So
Smart gun from the
Bahamut.
Yeah.
Yeah, that deals like 20.
He's been he's been taking different tools and like tightening his like different components and making sure his like knees are tight and
Sure.
tight knees.
Knee wrap.
oiling
Yeah.
using mineral oil in the gears and stuff.
Ooh, very
And
nice.
while he's doing all that, he's been thinking about pondering different things like you know, can Vecna procreate? Can a lich?
Like his intrusive thoughts are just like
Yeah.
wild.
Can
Let's just have children.
liches procreate? Could a male lich and a female lich make more liches? Because they're undead. Can the undead make more undead?
Do
Do they have to
undead
use
fuck?
magic?
We don't know.
Does anyone know? Like, I don't know.
We have wild Mythbusters.
Are you asking anybody? You
Well-
no longer have the rod piece to commune,
correct.
to cast commune.
Ask Mistra.
And then he's pondering. All of you guys just get woken from your slumber by this like crack of lightning that just completely dispels the illusion, and you just realize that Codex has fucked with Mistra, and the entire illusion's just broken.
Mistra, the legit spot. I need to know.
Yeah, she just undoes the weave of magic.
So badly.
And then he starts thinking about like liches are undead and they're demigods, right?
No, not all of them.
And then he starts thinking about the few encounters he's had. You know, he was created by people, and but he has sentient thought, and he thinks about the deities he has heard of and encountered so far, and how they all seem to fall short of being worthy of worship. How they seem petty and you know, he hasn't met one that he thought was worth the discipleship of their followers.
Okay.
And he thinks about like where these deities come from, what are they? And he has this little like spiritual not awakening, but a spiritual thought process as he's going through all this, and he thinks about what happens to him.
Sounds like he's like kind of simultaneously going through like a deconstruction. Like, are any
Kind
of
of.
the gods worthy of worship? As well as like an awakening of like, I've interacted with gods.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they exist.
yeah.
He acknowledges their existence, but are they any better than a powerful humanoid that he's met?
I think that's an excellent question to ask.
And then he starts thinking about, you know, what happens to him tomorrow if he doesn't make it.
Yeah. Like, where does a consciousness go? What happens?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What if he does make it? What's next? And he's just, all these different intrusive thoughts are happening very quickly.
Yeah.
Almost all at the same time and separately. And
Yeah.
and while he's doing that, he starts thinking about that, and he starts screwing in these glowing gems into his chest,
Okay.
and it's the necklace of fireballs,
Okay.
and he's
Taking the little like
fastening them.
carnelians or whatever
Yeah.
they are, and
He's fastening it into his chest plate.
okay.
As he kind of realizes that this could be the end, and he doesn't know if he has a calling, but something feels like it might be what he needs to do.
Okay.
He doesn't know what's next and what all these things mean, but he wants to make sure this world and this existence continues. Because he's encountered Vecna, and he never understood if something could be pure evil,
Yeah.
but when he encountered Vecna, he felt like he met that. Like he met
That makes
something that could be considered pure evil.
Because he's dealt with gods in the past.
Yeah.
And he's dealt even with the spite of the gods and like the anger of the gods, but not necessarily, they weren't necessarily evil. Like Mistra wasn't being evil
Yeah.
when she like punished you for asking questions or anything like that. She was just being maybe a little vindictive, a
A
little
little bitchy.
Yeah.
bitchy, a little
No,
bitchy.
no
right.
better than the people he's met.
Right.
It's just a person with more power.
But there is something inside of you that like rebels.
Yeah.
That sort of like lashes out when confronted with the fact that Vecna is pure evil.
Yeah, he hasn't met pure good.
Right.
He hasn't seen any example
But he
of
knows
something
pure
that is
evil exists.
pure good.
Yeah.
But I think Codex has accepted that there seems to be something that can truly be called evil in this existence,
Sure.
and he is willing to do whatever it takes
Mm-hmm.
to, like, down in his core. He's willing to do whatever it takes to stop it.
Yeah.
I feel
Well,
like
'cause-
you're the closest to pure good.
Barkin? Barkin?
No, or
I'm pure good, dude.
Yeah.
And so when I say he's
Shit.
screwing
So good.
the necklace of fireballs into
I'm a
his
goody good
chest,
boy.
it's because it's like
Like a suicide.
it's well, think of it more like
This
the
is getting
predator.
dark.
Fire.
Yeah,
Fire whispered it.
but think of it more like the predator's like failsafe.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
the fail.
Oh, we're calling it a failsafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The politically
Okay.
correct term.
He has
well,
a
you are the politically
failsafe.
correct king.
A politically correct suicide. Yeah,
If worst comes to worst, he's
He's
prepared to detonate
detonating.
that's
Yeah.
really cool.
the fire.
Yeah.
That's just a little more like narratively interesting
That
than
is cool.
throwing a necklace of fireballs.
Mm.
That is very cool. that you would do
Feel, I like that.
Yeah.
I feel it is incumbent upon me to remind you all that killing a lich does not kill a lich.
Right.
I just say that as a reminder as we're talking about fail safes, that reducing Vecna to 0 hit points does not kill a lich. They have the ability to regenerate and come back. That's like the whole point of becoming a lich in the first
But
place.
what happens? It's not like Strahd where he vaporizes and
Well,
floats away,
If we
right?
can find his
Does he stay there in place?
He does not stay there in
Oh,
place.
yes.
He would disappear for a certain period of time, but then his body would regenerate.
yeah, it's sort of like
Unless you find his simulacrum, his is it called a simulacrum?
no.
Is it like his actual body, like where he's buried in real?
No. It is not where his actual physical body is buried. Liches put a part of themselves into a D&D Beyond's being slow tonight.
It has its moments.
It does have its moments. A phylactery. That's they put a part of themselves into a phylactery, and essentially, if they die, their body just disappears from where you are and rejuvenates within 5 feet of their phylactery.
Wow.
So, like, if you reduce him to 0 health, he will just disappear from where you are and reappear within 5 feet of his phylactery, as if the rejuvenation spell had been cast.
We have no idea where that is.
And you don't know where his phylactery is.
Unfortunately, Codex doesn't know that.
I will say,
Unless
You
it's
two would though.
I will say
Unless
that
it's
you
come
guys
up.
have enough arcane knowledge between the 5 of you
Okay.
that you would know that about a lich.
okay.
That
Considering-
killing
We
him.
need to destroy the
Well, then
You
what
either need to destroy the phylactery or you need to banish Vecna's body so that it doesn't matter whether he's dead or alive.
Yeah.
But
'Cause he can't-
destroying the phylactery would be
Yeah.
It would work too.
another thing that we should do.
So I would say that it's the necklace of fireballs more like it's embedded in his chest, but it doesn't mean he can't still like pull out the gem,
Sure.
the fire gems,
Of course.
throw them. But the idea is that he's built a failsafe into his body.
And I only say that
Yeah.
about liches to remind you that like it's not necessarily like Codex is thinking, oh, I'm taking this guy with me.
Exactly.
It's that he's thinking, if I'm going down, I'm going to reduce this guy to as low as health as possible so that the rest of the group can try to banish him away.
Yeah.
Can try to finally end.
I don't know if I'd bother dropping the 0 hit points.
Yeah.
I might just detonate them.
The function of the combination of the Rod of 7 Parts and the Chime of Exile that makes it able to like banish Vecna permanently is that you have to expend all of the charges of the rod of 7 parts.
So we
There-
can't use.
You can't,
I did roll in there are 7 charges.
yeah. So like you have to use all the charges of the rod, so you can't cast any of the individual spells.
Oh.
You have to save those charges and
Oh,
use
okay.
the Chime of Exile together.
Oh,
Good to know.
But we have one secret.
do you want the chime?
No, let's keep them separate.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it could be as simple as in the midst of the fight, you just yell "now," and you use the chime, and he expends the rod charges. I wouldn't make that.
I
be
want to have a
like-
conversation with Arkin before we would move
Sure.
back in.
Yeah, and we can kind of So, you all long rest for the evening in the mansion in your different ways. You wake up in the morning, gather your armor, your supplies, your potions, your sharpened weapons, and with kind of some of you a little bit of like concern and wonder about what's going to happen next, and several of you confidence and new insights about what to happen. You guys all make your way down, and you just sort of see that brass and wood doorway as you're all standing in the foyer of the mansion.
Arkin, I was curious how does Vecna disappear and reappear? What method of magic is that? Is that teleport? Misty Step?
I think it's something inherent in his abilities.
Can it be stopped?
I don't know.
I have a spell called Mordecai's Private Sanctum, and it can stop things within 100 feet from teleporting or interplanar travel. Is it worth trying to stop him from moving?
If it comes down to how long does it last?
24 hours. And it's not a concentration spell.
I'm not sure if it will actually work. What level spell is it?
4th.
I would say
It says,
it doesn't.
so,
It doesn't.
table talk. Nothing can teleport into or out of the warded area. Planar travel is blocked within the warded area. It can be as small as 5 feet or as large as 100 feet on each side.
What does it take to ward it?
A thin sheet of lead. So, common materials.
But around the whole area?
Oh, casting time is 10 minutes. So,
So it's
it's
a,
not
That's the
it
other.
is a ritual.
yeah, it's a ritual.
It's a ritual spell. It's that's the type of thing you could set up in an
Trap.
area ahead of time.
Yeah. But we
It's
don't know
probably
about
not the type of thing you'll have time to set up going into like Vecna's land. You're
Yeah.
not gonna have,
It still takes 10 minutes to cast.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's gonna have to have time to set up a whole ritual. Yeah,
It's not like you can.
it's not a combat.
9
spell.
minutes and 55 seconds.
Yeah,
and
I'm
then-
glad you asked because I didn't see the casting time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the battle does not take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Be a long D&D fight.
Yes, it would.
Okay. So that's probably not going to work.
60 rounds of combat. We're just in combat for the next 3 sessions straight.
And then,
I mean,
Thorm,
that sounds possible.
Gregory, and Hellbor would be dead by then, but
you don't know.
She'd be back.
Stop
She'd
that
be
I
back.
can do.
I might still be around.
She might be back in hell.
I'm just saying that 10 minutes is
Yeah.
probably far too
That-
And do any of you guys have any other questions or concerns before you head back
That answered my
into-
question.
into the cave?
Don't
Kill
use
the
it.
lich.
Let's go do
Hey,
fighting.
remember when Theron spent an hour burning incense?
Burning
And-
Never forget that.
Hotboxing a church?
You know, I was thinking about that the other night. I don't know why, but I was like, man, that was a weird
I know.
night.
Yeah.
Every time I incense, I do that.
Really?
Well, it was
Let me- I had to
it's
train a
like,
priest.
wasn't it like 1,000 gold
So
worth
Yeah,
of
1,000 gold, and I had to
So
train.
funny.
Which, when you think about
Yeah.
it, so like the incense from the Renaissance fair
Yeah.
is like $1 a stick, and I don't think like $1 equates to a piece of gold. I think like a piece of gold is probably like
So we
Yeah.
spent
$100,
1,000
right?
All the incense in church, and he was completely out of the equation for what was it, an hour?
The whole city is under
You couldn't even
attack.
fight with
Did
us.
it work?
But I'm burning it down. So what we did is Michael let me he let me transfer the spell to the priest,
So fucking
and the
funny.
priest continued the ritual spell while I left the church.
And it didn't work.
no,
No,
not really.
no, but it was
Did it
kind
help
of funny
with
because
morale?
it was just Daryl.
Yeah.
Just
Wasn't
Oh,
it like the
just burn it
spell?
in
The spell was like sanctified ground
Yeah.
or something like that. Like
to keep Strahd from making it into the church.
yeah,
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
wanted to consecrate. It was like consecration.
Yeah.
He wanted to
Pretty much, yeah.
consecrate the church because bones of this priest that protected the church automatically had been stolen.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so he wanted to reconsecrate the church, and it required like 1,000 gold worth of incense, which is like
Which we were fine
$100,000
with.
worth of incense. It's
But
enough
we
incense to
didn't-
fill this
we didn't
entire
see the
room.
casting
He
time.
turned the church into
Yeah.
Burning Man with it.
Yeah, so like enough incense that it would fill every shelf everywhere in this room with stacks of incense.
Yeah, that was
And
be
he
a
just
problem.
lit it up in the church.
It was a fun night. I think
It was a very
I turned into a
interesting
gorilla and jumped out of
Oh
a
my
burning
god, yes
building.
you did.
Yes.
Yes you did.
Yeah, you climbed out of a burning building by turning into an ape. Yes.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Daryl, Daryl makes memories.
Yes.
First,
From bad choices. From,
Curse of Strahd had some solid memories.
yeah.
It was an
Yeah,
interesting
it did.
bad
It
choices.
did.
campaign. I honestly,
It was
there's a
so
lot of
fun.
criticism about that campaign
was
from
great.
like third parties.
Loved it.
I loved Curse of Strahd.
I love
I had a
vampires.
good- I had a good time.
Yeah, it was super fun.
That's why we're
anyway,
going back.
Yes, exactly. That's why we have to go back to Barovia. Okay, so
Burn it all down.
Tasha is
Yep.
not there. You guys reappear back in this cave with these three pathways. The sounds of the city continue off through the final pathway that you have not ventured down yet. You look at each other. You are no longer like bloodied and covered in soot. All of your armor is polished. You look fresh, determined, ready to go. As you begin making your way, and Gary the Goat and
Him, the Komodo dragon.
him, the Komodo Dragon, join you. In formation, ready for battle, you start trudging down this final hallway. The sounds of the city become louder, and as you walk through the crystal hallway, you see reflections. You see the banners of Neverwinter flapping in the breeze as you start to make your way out of this tunnel, and you realize you're in like the city square of what appears to be Neverwinter City. The banners look slightly different though. It's-
Codex scans a banner.
Each of them, instead of it's normally on the banners of Neverwinter, I think it's like a snowflake.
Dude, I don't think we've ever been in Neverwinter in the like
No.
7 years we've.
That's where you guys started the campaign.
Dude, we were on a boat.
Oh yeah.
You guys started the campaign in Neverwinter. Lord Neverember is the one that sent you on this campaign.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah,
We were on a boat.
That's why I was looking at you. I'm like,
we found a
started
murderer
there.
in an alley.
I don't remember it though.
But yes, Lord Neverember is the one who asked you guys to rout out this cult that was starting to form underground in the first place, and then you realize
Oh.
the cult was Vecna starting
Dude,
to.
that was like a year
I
ago.
know,
What do you
I
want
get
from
it.
me?
Over a year ago. Way over
But
a year
it jogged,
ago.
but it jogged your memories.
First day of school for me
Exactly,
the next day.
yes.
It was my first day on the job.
But it jogs your memories as soon as you step foot in Neverwinter, and you're like, "Oh, it is weird to be back because you've been in other dimensions."
Oh, what the
basically.
hell?
You're right.
like multiple times.
Like you have gone to crazy places. It feels so weird to be back in like a human city.
Oh yeah, Helivore would be the only one that's like, huh?
True, she
All of my
wasn't
characters
recruited.
died.
Yes, she was not recruited in Neverwinter. She was found in the prison.
Melted.
But so instead,
Okay, that's a
but I would say so. But I would say Neverwinter is one of the largest cities in the Sword Coast. So like, aside from like Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter is like the next biggest city on the Sword Coast. I'm sure Halibor's been there at some point. You guys notice as you're looking at the banners that are flying over the city, they're the same field of royal blue, but instead of a snowflake, there is a desiccated hand with 2 fingers and an eyeball, like in the palm of the hand, flapping in the wind of all the banners. And you realize there's like kind of a crowd forming in the square in front of you. Thorum, unfortunately, you can't see this over the crowd. But as Codex
Can I stand on
probably is the
someone's shoulders?
tallest, Codex is probably the tallest of the group. As Codex sort
Yeah, I
of
don't have my shoulder
scanning-
cannon because they're both
they're down on the ground.
humanoid. Yeah, they're both.
As you're scanning, you realize that ahead of you, probably like 50 to 100 feet ahead of you, a gallows has been set up in the middle of town, and this crowd that is gathering in the square is gathering for a public hanging. They're gathering for an execution.
Yeah, it's all of us.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Wow, that worked out
ironic. Yeah, I can say that's an ironic place.
Wow.
You guys are actually like at the back end of the square.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are here. Yep, back there. The crowd is between you and the gallows.
That's
Tasha's not.
And
Tasha.
yeah, she's not there. As you kind of survey this crowd that's forming and the city here, which Codex, now that you're like looking over it, you're realizing that like things are just not quite right in town. You see up on this like raised platform right near you there, Daryl.
Yeah.
There is a regal figure clad in menacing spiked armor. He stands on the balcony of a castle about 10 feet up from the city square. 4 sets of gallows are lined up in the center of the square. The armored figure's features are shrouded in black shadow. Fitted on the figure's head is a striking golden crown, the front of which is emblazoned with a glowing symbol of Vecna. Throughout the square, terrified citizens gawk at the king with tearful, disbelieving eyes. Beneath the balcony, 12 armored, desiccated figures stand guard to keep the crowd from advancing any closer.
Prepare for trouble.
And make it double.
Oh, so take out the crowd.
Team
Started
Rocket.
with the Team Rocket.
Team Rocket.
We can start killing the crowd.
Team Rocket.
Wait,
What?
no. I think the crowd is okay.
Probably.
I was gonna say, I got.
So basically, is it like the start of a riot?
Yeah,
almost?
but
I think it's
I don't
more
know
like
what we're
a
here to do.
fearful crowd watching
Right.
an unjust execution about
Right.
to happen.
Can I see who's on the gallows?
It's 4 random people and they have like burlap sacks over
I don't
their
recognize
heads.
the clothing or anything.
do not,
Nothing special.
no.
But okay. They might be executing commoners. I'm not sure, but the king on the gallows is the king walking the gallows. Definitely has Vecna's sigil.
does
You
it look?
recognize the crown? It's the same crown that Lord Neverember
okay.
wore. But
it's not
you
him.
never saw Lord Neverember wearing this like black spiked armor, and obviously he didn't have.
his. It's also held down.
Yeah, like he's got a helmet on. There's
Okay.
It's
the crown is
upside-
like.
Oh, I think we got.
It's the upside down. It's the upside down Lord
Yeah,
Neverwinter.
whoever the target is,
I feel like
Shall I-
it's probably him. Him.
Well,
Can I kill him?
I mean, we can let them get hung.
we could, but I don't think that.
No.
Yeah, but this isn't like real.
Well,
It is real.
It's not real.
It's real for now.
So we should probably not cause an issue and wait till they're dead.
so if you want us
And
to,
then we can go
I think we should
and
disperse the
there's
crowd.
no like chaos.
You have a gun.
It's a gun.
I have a fireball.
Oh.
That normally works.
If you
Fireballs are
fired a
interesting,
gun
too.
into like up into the air, it might disperse a crowd.
Oh god.
How
Should I
big
disperse
is
the crowd?
How big is
About
the
50,
It's a fire
about 50
cannon.
people.
in front of us?
Yes,
Yeah, I'm gonna vote.
it's not like 1,000. people.
Kodak, go ahead and disperse the crowd.
Do we have direct
I do not
view
vote
of
for
Codex,
gallows?
Codex locks and loads.
Or is it
No, you do not have. You do not have. You can kind of see above people's heads.
The rest of us going.
You can see above people's heads what's happening at the gallows. It's not like you have a direct line of sight to.
what's behind me?
Behind you is a building.
Shall we get this over with?
I'm just imagining.
blend
Remember,
in maybe?
certainly.
Because that's
No
what I'm
Russian.
really good at.
That's the only thing
Can
I'm.
we
You know
just
that
blend in?
reference?
As-
To
No Russian.
No
Let it
Russian. That's the
happen.
only thing I'm thinking.
Okay.
And
As
follow
I
it
see
back
them
to a
getting ready,
vulnerable
I
place.
start running up the side of the building.
You're just climbing straight up the back of the building.
Well, I don't know if it's the back of the building. I'm just
Well, or sorry, like the side
Yeah.
wall of like this
yes,
like stone
to-
building.
Hellboard, you
to
can
get
blend in
some
with the crowd.
Just like when they disperse, run with the
From the-
crowd.
How does that help?
You don't have to be here.
so I'm probably about
Well, I want to kill the same target that you guys
15
have, but I don't think this is the way to
up
do it.
above, so I can see above the crowd.
You can
Now that you're
sneak-
above the crowd,
you can sneak
clearly
in with the
see-
crowd.
You
and,
can
like,
clearly
sneak up
see this
Before it's
crowned figure,
If
and you
that's
can
what
also
I'm forced
see
to do.
two
You know what I mean?
mages.
Use your stealth and sneak up. Just like
But you're
a mosh
the only one who
pit. Sneak up to the front of the mosh pit.
You've done this before.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I quickly
Hellboard is going
Am
to
I
sneak up to the front of the
completely
mosh pit.
voted? Are we taking a vote?
I thought he was going.
I've already run up the side of the building.
Alright, Hellboard goes
lucky.
invisible.
Okay.
And then she's going to
With
sneak
Raven
forward,
Queen,
right?
and I'm just waiting.
Okay. So you're kind of slipping through the crowd. Okay.
Are you moving up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't
As
make you
close as I
roll a stealth
can
check.
to
the stairs, or
the
I
crown guy.
quickly
You can hide.
grab
To
the
never
little
ever
piece of
Yeah, I'll
copper
hide
wire
somewhere for sure.
and message Gregory
Yes. Fine.
and say there are two mages on either side of the king.
Yeah, from ground level, you
Oh.
can't quite see them. There's like a balcony, and the king is standing like at the front of the balcony observing this execution. But
Somewhere
from Arkin's
Or are you talking
no,
back
up there,
up there, yeah.
From Arkin's vantage point, now
Oh.
that he's climbed 15 feet up the wall, he can see that there are two mages flanking the king on either side.
Okay.
Okay, so I put a seal on
Okay, so
Never After.
can-
On the king
And
himself.
yes, and then I expended it so I could become invisible for 10 minutes.
Are we talking something like that?
No, we are talking.
I don't think I have invisibility anymore.
I figure it's outside.
It's 5
5 degrees.
Yeah, it was.
I got it.
My car battery almost did not start on my way here, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Those are
I had to
walked
reduce
down.
my
Arguably a little.
I walked out of Sarah's and
Then the spider.
my tire pressure was
My
low.
tire pressure
Same
is
thing.
so bad
Same
right
thing.
now.
So I have one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Chargeable
have a little one in my car that plugs into the cigarette lighter.
I had to do it to
That
mine
was
today.
saved
Yeah.
So many times.
So let's take a bathroom
Okay.
Yeah.
/ drink break. I'll set
Yeah.
up some minis
Okay.
out here, and then we'll come back
Okay.
and decide
Mhm.
how you guys want to approach this.
I'm kind of down with just moving up with Thorm.
Yeah, I'm on your shoulder.
You're on my shoulders. I'm down with moving up.
I can't
as
see
my
shit.
I'm just
Right.
running forward.
Are you down with
Are
this?
you
business?
watching Mighty Nine or no? Are you watching the Mighty Nine or no?
I haven't yet.
Is it good?
I enjoy it. It's a lot more involved than the first one.
Oh, that's nice.
Vox Machina?
It's a lot more involved than Vox Machina.
What do you mean by involved?
You gotta be paying attention to follow storyline.
Vox
Which
Machina
one?
was spoon feeding me, kind of like.
Well,
let's pay
Yeah,
attention.
Mighty Nine is not gonna spoon feed you. You gotta pay attention.
Even like background shit.
Yes.
Is it? It's
What
some
are
people said it was
these?
better.
These are the desiccated
Animation's better,
soldiers
styles better,
Oh, nice.
that are in
storytelling's
front of the
better.
crowd, preventing them
Oh,
from.
the
I
characters.
feel
I'm like
bad
only
because I couldn't
episode.
get through box.
Is
Oh, I don't know
there?
what you're talking about.
I couldn't.
We're
In
only episodes like
execution.
2 or 3 in.
Huh?
Where'd you stop?
No, not like a specific, because they're on gallows.
I know.
You mean like someone getting ready to drop the?
Either
drop the
to
lever?
drop the lever, or to kick stools out from
the
under.
last season ended
Um,
really, really good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last season of Vox Machina was really good.
I think they could almost basically end it there if they really wanted to.
Well, they're gonna
not
keep going, but Mighty Nine is good, but like you gotta be paying attention. To
There's an
Same universe?
executioner.
Or...
Technically, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I love. You know,
Maybe
Alright.
be more. There's a lot of anime games.
Yes.
Yeah, soon.
It's becoming more and more
I've been
popular.
playing
you don't care that they're causing suffering. You care about solving the ends. Just solving
Exactly.
goals.
Yes. If my plan is to get rid of these guys,
Yeah.
if I have to sacrifice some innocents to do it, so be it.
Well, it's a cook with a torch.
Okay.
Oh, Tony, what's that chili
No.
lay for?
It's an undead maid.
Yeah.
Okay.
cold.
I didn't know if there was more snow. or
But it looks like a
No.
chef hat.
Yeah, so you find yourselves in the town square.
A lot of new friends.
Yeah, crowd is in front of you. These are all armored, like they're white. You guys have encountered whites enough times to know what they are. They're like undead soldiers, the whites.
They like the suburbs.
Wow.
Yeah, they like the
wow,
suburbs
we went
a
that
lot.
way.
I'm sorry.
Pinot Grigio and
WIGHTS.
Little stand.
Love their Escalades.
This one or tiny one?
Just yeah.
Um,
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. They're like undead soldiers, stronger than like zombies or skeletons, but not as powerful as like a lich or a death knight or anything like that. But yeah, there is like a small militia of white guarding the gallows and obviously the king up on the balcony, and a crowd in between you guys. And you see, as you're looking out on the crowd, the king raises his hand out in the air and points his thumb downwards, and the executioner on the gallows goes to.
Before that happens,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Uh-oh.
can we do
no.
something before we see?
Codex says go, and Kim and Gary
Yeah.
bolt forward through the
Through the
crowd,
crowd?
run,
Mhm.
and then I start
And as they, like,
fire
bump
the
into
flame
people-
cannon over the
Up in
crowd.
the air.
I'm imagining Mad Max like.
And
the
I
guitar.
was
my
tr-
God.
that's why I was asking about the executioner, because I was going to do something as well.
Yeah, you can.
Now
You
that-
guys can do this like simultaneously.
I'm getting off your shoulders.
What are you doing?
I'm getting down.
I am going to blast him with
Like Eldritch-
Eldritch Blast.
And the last thing that Codex does while he's doing that is like RoboCop. He says something like, "Clear the street, clear the street."
Clear the square.
As you're firing
Like a
flamethrower
RoboCop,
above
yeah.
their face,
Oh
above
my
their heads.
God.
Codex is one moving forward too. Like he's pushing through the crowd, firing the flame.
I'm following behind you because I'm literally half your height. So
Are you still on my shoulders?
no, I got on
28.
Okay.
shoulders.
To hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to move these up?
Yeah, please.
And the crowd has already started kind of like screaming and making noise
far up you want me?
as your little
Oh, are these-
animatronic animals have
These are the
made it
guards,
through.
aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought they were the crowd at first.
No.
Okay.
You guys are like in the midst of the crowd right now.
Daryl, you can buy
Well, they are.
this.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
There you
Yeah, I guess that's interested.
Hi.
We're using it for
I
designing
searched this one.
bathrooms and kitchens.
Oh, Pinterest though has been so helpful.
This is what Julie wants for our master fest. That style.
Your prime.
Love that.
Yeah,
I
right.
love that.
Yeah, I'm totally.
Okay, so she's certainly using movie.
what
Okay.
honor.
30. Sorry,
We need to hang
All
out.
right.
Yeah.
42 points on the first hit,
Order it
Uh-huh.
on
I've
Pinterest.
been totally supporting.
and then
Love it.
my bonus is using the illusionist branches.
Your first
More
Eldritch
similarities
Blast
than you think.
punches right through the
Then never mind.
executioner's chest, and you watch him crumple to the ground.
This guy?
Yeah, that guy. And the king up on the balcony, you just hear him yell, "Kill them all!" And we will roll initiative.
Makes
As a flamethrower, like shoots out above the crowd, they all
never
start
happened before.
dispersing.
Wow.
Roll a 1.
Can't
Yeah.
you use lucky or some
Oh.
bullshit?
Oh, good. I rolled a
understand
1,
that.
but I just realized I rolled a 12. A D12, so I get to.
I rolled a 15.
So one for
I also-
No. I rolled a
Yeah.
D12.
Arkin,
I have to
With
roll
my,
it right.
my
15 for Gregory.
Yeah, she rolled a 15.
I
as
also
well.
rolled a 15.
Stop rolling the same
I
numbers.
know, sorry.
Always roll the same numbers.
We're just that close.
14. Which is pretty good for Thor.
13 for Coda.
And it's usually a 6.
Okay.
I've never rolled the one on that. Holy shit.
The coffee was.
I do it regularly.
I just stared at the dice. I'm like, what did you do?
Yeah.
It healed my soul.
Yeah, I always say, you know when it's actually like really cold outside when I drink hot coffee.
I never drink hot
No,
coffee
me neither.
unless it's
I
that
hardly
cold.
ever drink hot-
Really?
Really?
I want iced always.
Yeah, same. If I ever make coffee, wrecks my
Same.
head. Hurts my stomach.
So do you make it yourself, or do you always
Oh no,
buy?
I mean,
Oh.
I mean like other places.
Oh.
If I make it at home, it's hot.
Okay.
Okay. The whites will move in groups of three, at a time. Okay. Halibor, you are still invisible.
Yes.
The first group of whites to move is this three right here. They rush straight at Gary the goat.
Is this Mark 5? Mark 6?
Let's go with 5.
I think 5 sounds
5's close enough.
So the three of them start attacking
So you just
Gary the goat with their long swords. What's Gary's 18?
Gary's AC is 18.
Okay.
Higher AC.
What? The goat has a higher AC than yours?
We're wizards. I'm ecstatic that at level 20 I have an AC of 15.
Wow.
Gary's gonna take 5
Wow.
attacks
Low
from
AC.
long swords
Wow.
for 50 points of slashing damage as those three whites converge on him and just start hacking at him with long swords.
Trying to find him to take his health down. There we go. Okay.
How much damage?
50. 5-0.
That's a lot, man.
I hate how. Okay. 5-0.
Yeah, I wish they made it a
I have to
little
just
easier
keep
for you to
tapping.
manage. Well, just you keep tapping for a little while because the next three whites are up also.
So you said 50 damage,
50,
right?
Yes.
All right.
And they're going to rush at you, Codex.
Gary looks mad.
Yes. Yep. Those three are going to.
You know what else is weird? The Eldritch Cannon's
That one too?
health.
Yep. That one too.
The Eldritch Cannon's health does not reset when I have a long rest.
Interesting.
I have to manually bump it back
Oh,
up to
that
full
sucks.
health. It's all manual
over and
one
over
way or the
again.
other.
Does
Yeah.
Gary have the ability to react?
No.
No.
Okay.
He's just a cannon.
That's
He's
right.
immune to a lot of stuff.
He's a living
I
cannon.
really want to give life to Gary,
What's
but I guess
your-
he is old.
Codex, what
Thank you everyone for helping bring Gary
I know, we
to
really
life.
tried to bring
right?
Gary
And
to
now
life.
Kim
He's
about
just an
the
Eldritch.
dragon.
He's just a gun. He's just a mobile gun that looks like an animal.
What was that?
Oh,
Codex, what is your AC?
My AC is 20.
20. Okay. They're gonna have a hard time hitting you, but a couple of them are gonna get through.
Do you have shield?
I could.
Okay.
Okay. So far,
Not many of them are gonna.
2 out of the 6 attacks hit you.
2 out of 6.
2 out of 6 hit.
I'm not gonna cast shield. I'll save it.
You take from their long swords. You take 8 points
Yeah.
of slashing damage.
Yeah, Codex is like, blocking with his arms and like holding the gun up and like, kind of zigging and zagging, trying to get through them to get up to the gallows.
All right. Up next, it's going to be Gregory, then Hellbor, then Thorum. So Gregory, you are up.
Okay, so
There's
all of,
one right back here.
and then all of these guys are
You know what?
also
I forgot that the Eldritch Cannons raised my AC to 22.
Those 2 attacks were
Are they
still
all-
hit you.
She still would have hit.
they're all whites as well. Okay. Cool. I am going to. How far away am I from them roughly? Like 25.
From who?
This
Whites.
This
The
group.
main group there?
Yeah, I think group.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet from the center of the group.
Okay, cool. I am going to move in within 30-foot range of them and cast Steel Wind Strike and use over channel, so it'll be max damage.
Okay. Is
So-
that an area of effect?
No.
It's like select targets.
Yep.
Okay.
Let me double check it is.
So you're gonna run into the middle of them.
Yes. Shoot. I can hit 5 of them for 60, 10 each.
How close do you have to be?
30 feet.
Okay.
Oh, so you don't even have to run into the middle.
No, no,
Okay,
I would just have to be within 30 feet. Yep.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll 5d20 for you quick.
How many did you get? I wasn't listening.
5.
I have a new favorite spell, Dave.
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam. You can move around. You can
Yeah,
move
those
it
are,
around. Yeah, but
Michael,
you can,
those are all well over
nuking
20
people
to
from
30.
orbit.
Yes.
It's like the covenant glass.
all
Like
hits,
I
their
cast
AC
glassing on you.
is-
It's
Cool,
so
they're all
cool.
gonna take 60 points.
It's
of
like, oh, you
force
moved over
damage.
there.
Zero.
I'm moving in right
6-0.
next to you.
You kill 5 of
You're
the
a
6.
your version.
5 of the 6 whites.
Wow.
Please.
Yep, the main 5 there. Yep.
That is
As-
how I do
as-
300 points damage.
Yeah, as your silvery winds slice through them and cut them
I'm
down.
just taking everything in me not to joke about this, but I'm doing my best. Like, they will not replace us. They will not replace us. I just, it's, you made it too easy. This is
With
like
the
Janet
rest of my
Rock.
movement, I'm gonna dip around the corner
Okay.
here and try to get half cover right around the corner. Somebody can move me.
Okay.
Healer-based enemies.
over here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Does that? He has like this red ink.
All right. End of your turn, Gregory.
Go to my turn.
Okay, then Hellebore is up next.
Okay.
There's a version of it in D&D.
You're invisible, and there's a white like right behind.